Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. 3 men are facing charges after police say a street fight led to gun threats in Berwick. According to police, officers were dispatched to the scene on the 1-800 block of Jessup Street around 11 p.m. on March 28th for reports of a disturbance. Upon arriving, officers learned that a white car had allegedly tried to run someone over and that a group of people were in the street arguing. During the disturbance, police say someone pulled out a firearm and discharged it. Following an investigation, officers determined that Benjamin Bartlow, Paul E. Bartlow Jr., and Paul Franklin Bartlow had used or planned to use a 9mm handgun during the confrontation. All 3 family members have been charged with riot plan to use a firearm/weapon in the connection with the incident. Students from the Hazleton area have been getting an inside look at what it means to be a Pennsylvania State Trooper this week during Troop N's annual Camp Cadet. Camp Cadet is a week-long overnight camp for boys and girls ages 12 to 14 that aims to teach the youth about law enforcement. We spoke with one of the cadets, Jacob Herring, who said he had decided to attend the camp to explore his career interests.
I decided to do Camp Cadet for law enforcement experience because I do plan a career in law enforcement and possibly the military.
Herring also told us about some of the topics covered so far this week at the camp.
So far, I have learned a lot about the specialties in the PSP, including the EOD, swimming, and the drone CERT team.
Besides law enforcement training, Troop N Public Information Officer Anthony Petrosky said the camp also teaches youth valuable life lessons.
So this program has been around since 1986. It's a great program. It teaches these kids all about self-motivation and teamwork. They learn how to push themselves, but beyond that, they learn how to push their teammates, and they learn a team capacity of, well, if I fail, then my whole team fails. And we want them to understand that it's good to encourage people, and age 12 to 14 is very influential, and if we could teach leadership skills in today's youth, it's only going to help our communities later on when they're older.
Petrosky also gave some insight into what a typical day at Camp Cadet looks like.
First off, we have morning formation at 6 o'clock. From there, we'll work out, and then we go for a run. And if those of you who don't know what Penn State Hazleton look like, it's all hills. So we run these hills first thing in the morning, then we have breakfast, then they have to get themselves cleaned up, and then we have classes all day, presentations, hands-on things. You can see behind me, there's Pocono Mountain Regional Police Department SWAT vehicle here. Cadets right now are conducting their own traffic stops. There's a mock crime scene, and they're at a use of force simulator. So, you know, every day it's something different, but we go from 6 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night.
For anyone interested in attending Camp Cadet in the future, Petrosky said the application for 2025 will be posted in January at troopncampcadet.com. The cost for the camp is $20 and includes uniforms, food, and lodging for 6 days. The camp is held annually at Penn State Hazleton. Mahanoy City Police are asking the public for help in locating a missing teen. According to police, 15-year-old Nawan Wallace was reported missing on July 17th. Anyone with information regarding his whereabouts is asked to call 911. Coming up on WYLN News, 2 dogs are rescued in Nanaco from Harvey's Creek. Plus, the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce announces an upcoming women's networking luncheon. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
WYLN News is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton. Your health deserves a partner.
Hi, I'm Lil. Tomorrow's going to be sunny.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Nanticoke firefighters rescued 2 dogs from Harvey's Creek on Wednesday. According to officials, crews were dispatched to the scene on North Mill Street around 9 a.m. for reports of a dog in the creek. When firefighters arrived on scene, they found a black lab mixed female in the middle of the creek on a rock. The crews were able to bring the dog back to shore and an hour later received a second call for another dog on the creek. Crews said the second dog turned out to be a 4 to 5 month old puppy standing on a flat rock in the water. After rescuing the puppy, crews said the 2 dogs were looked after by the fire department until a dog warden could arrive at the scene. Both dogs were taken into custody by the dog warden and transported to a nearby animal shelter. The Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce will be hosting a women's networking luncheon on Tuesday, July 30th. The event will run from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. at the Best Cigar Pub and Drums. Trooper Anthony Petrosky from the Pennsylvania State Police Troop N in Hazleton will be a guest speaker at the event. The topic for the presentation will be personal safety. To register for the event, you can contact the Chamber office at 570-455-1509. The cost to attend is $25 for Chamber members and $30 for non-Chamber members. Any woman is invited to attend. Lehigh Valley Health Network was on the scene at Pocono Raceway last weekend for the NASCAR Cup Series. As the official medical provider for Pocono Raceway, LVHN EMS, LVHN Medevac, and LVHN Sports Medicine and Performance were on the scene to help keep the spectators, their families, and the drivers safe. LVHN also partnered with Man Cave Health and the Prostate Cancer Foundation to provide prostate cancer screenings. Helmet fittings were also provided in collaboration with the NASCAR Foundation, and the Lehigh Valley Riley Children's Hospital's inclusive playground was available as a fun, safe space for the kids. Coming up on Weatherly's News Choice, Chris Fulmer releases down the path through history with Catawissa Part 3. And stay right here on WYLN, we'll be right back.
Heisler's Cloverleaf Dairy is now open at 743 Catawissa Road in Tamaqua. Stop by the Dairy Bar, try over 33 flavors of homemade ice cream still made on the premises, and a full menu of hot food made to order. Have some fun at their driving range, or play mini golf on their 2 18-hole mini golf courses. Heisler's Cloverleaf Dairy, celebrating 65 years. Same great taste, same great location, same great memories to be made.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Hey guys, this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, we're doing a laser presentation with these two beautiful people because there's going to be a series up at the Wellness Center. July 10th is a Wednesday at 6 o'clock. So stay tuned for the show and then come to the Wellness Center presentation.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book? One that understands the process and upholds Christian values in its business practices?
Introducing Covenant Books, an author-friendly publisher who shares your beliefs and wants to publish your story. Call us today to get a free author packet to help get you started.
We realize your book is unique, personal, and written with a higher purpose. That's the content we're looking for.
We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process with professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the industry.
Covenant distributes and sells your book online and in bookstores everywhere. We convert your book in ebook format and sell it on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and to these distributors. Our authors love us.
So if you've written a biography, a devotional, a memoir, self-help, or any genre, we can help. Be like these authors and get your book published and sold today.
Call right now for your free writer's guide.
1-800-215-3680.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
In 1883, Catawissa St. Matthew's Church hired the Reverend Urian Myers from a parish in Turbotville to be its pastor. 4 years into his term, Reverend Myers decided he needed a horse to assist in his mission to the community. He would subsequently purchase one named Clover from his cousin Edwin Walker of Philadelphia. Clover was rumored to have been a successful racehorse in his younger days. Regardless of his exact past, he would serve as the Reverend's faithful ministry horse for over 30 years until Reverend Myers' retirement in 1919. At the time, he and his wife were hard-pressed for funds, and thus several of his friends, aware that Clover, at a presumed 51 years old, might well be the oldest horse to have ever lived, pressed him to tell their story to the press. He did, and immediately funds for his and Clover's well-being started flowing in. Notable checks came from First Lady Florence Harding, who donated over $100, over $1,700 in today's money, for Clover, as well as Great Britain's King George V and Belgium's Queen Elizabeth. Skeptics expressed doubt that Clover's age was accurate, knowing that 51 years was roughly twice a normal horse's lifespan, although veterinarians who examined Clover agreed that he was of an advanced age. Beginning in 1922, Reverend Myers took Clover on the road, displaying him at exhibitions and special events, including one at Madison Square Garden. Clover would travel in a special railroad car for these special events. Reverend Myers would, though, turn down a $10,000 offer from the Barnum and Bailey Circus, concerned the stress of circus life could be more than his horse could handle in his old age. Clover died on April 27, 1924, at a presumed age of 53. His body would be taken to the American Museum of Natural History for research. Reverend Urian Myers died in 1932. Trolleys became almost ubiquitous in the United States at the turn of the 20th century, and Catawissa was no exception. The Columbia-Montour Electric Railway began service to the town in 1899, created from the merger of two earlier proposed trolley companies. The line's tracks ran through Catawissa as part of a route through Berwick, Bloomsburg, and Danville. It would be renamed the North Shore Electric Railway in 1913 and operate until 1926, when it would be replaced by bus lines. The winter of 1904 was especially harsh on the Susquehanna Valley. The river froze almost completely solid, leaving massive ice chunks nearly 18 feet high. 3 times between January 27th and March 9th, the river flooded when temperatures warmed up. The first 2 floods caused property loss and froze fields in ice. Curious spectators came to Catawissa by train to see the damage, so many that at times local hotels ran out of food, and vendors sold ice-scourged sandwiches. On March 9th, however, the worst flooding began, triggered by a warm-up coupled with heavy rain. Catawissa was heavily flooded, and the Catawissa River Bridge over the Susquehanna was washed away, as would all but one other bridge along the river in Columbia County. Water several feet deep inundated Catawissa, and massive ice floes lay in fields afterwards. It would be days before the trains and trolleys started running again. Ice flows remained into the river until July of that year. It would in fact be several years until the Catawissa River Bridge would be rebuilt, and so during that time, the Mary Ann ferry boat would ply the river to take people across to the opposite shores.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
News.